Okay, after finally telling myself that Xiaomi is finally done with their Redmi Note 10 series, and yet they drop another one. I mean, it's really crazy. Redmi Note 10 Pro 5G. Well, they just added a 5G to their Pro version. So how about let's test it out? Hi guys, it's me Mitch002 and welcome back to my channel. Well, we've seen the unboxing of the Redmi Note 10 Pro and I can see that this one is, well, a little bit lighter compared to the Redmi Note 10 Pro global version. This one's the China version. It has a 5G inside this one, and this one is packed with the MediaTek Dimensity 1100. And it's a 5G capable processor and it's a 6nm chip. I have here in my hand is the 6GB of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and there's another one which is the 8 gigs of RAM and a 256 gigs of storage. Well, I have here is the space gray color, and there's another one, the green and the white variant. There's 3 color all in all. I know that the MediaTek Dimensity 1100 is a new chip and I just want to test it out on Antutu. I have the 9.0.10 version over here and it scored a 949,000 points. For me, this is almost a flagship level score, which is pretty much impressive. It also gathered a good score on iTutu, which is at 352,000 points. I'm even more impressed on its 3D Mark test. It got a max out on Slingshot Extreme. One thing that really didn't sit well with me is the level 3 wideband security level here on the ARM info, meaning I cannot watch HD on this phone. Now let's talk a little bit more about the screen. It has a 6.6 IPS LCD. Yes, you heard it right. It's an IPS LCD. Why, Xiaomi? Why? 120Hz of screen refresh rate, HDR10, 450 nits of screen brightness, and it's protected with a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. Well, the side is plastic, the back is plastic. Well, I don't really get it why Xiaomi downgraded this one from AMOLED to IPS LCD, and the back one is also downgraded from Corning Gorilla Glass 5 to a plastic back. Well, maybe they got their reason. Well, taking a quick look at the back, I can say that it's really nice. This one is a little bit different from the rest of the class. You can see on top it's a little bit chrome finish, then down can see it's a little bit glittery black finish, which for me it's really something new, something really refreshing for this design. Watching some videos here on this phone, I can say the viewing angle is nice, except that the punch hole on top is a little bit big, plus the chin at the bottom is a little bit thick. Overall, I can say that the color is good, except that I can say the bright is not super bright because of its 450 nits of screen brightness. It could have been better, brighter if it's 600, but of course I can't complain since this is not really something of a flagship level. Now, swiping left and right, I can say the 120 Hz of screen refresh rate really did its part. It's smooth, it's really buttery smooth. Now, playing Call of Duty here, I can say that I can set everything to the maximum, except that, of course, refresh rate, I can set it to ultra when my graphics is at its highest. Now, gameplay, I can say it's really nice, it's really immersive. Getting a max out score on 3D Mark really, well, it's justifiable, and the gameplay is definitely enjoyable. I did enjoy the game. I played for roughly an hour and a half, except that the back is a little bit warm when it's getting roughly around 30 minutes of playing time. Of course, you can use a cooler at the back to keep it a little bit cool when you're playing above an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. It of course gets warm. Overall, the gameplay is pretty nice. I can say the stereo speaker is giving me a good sound. Of course, this one is produced by JBL. I expect nothing less from JBL. There are some minimal frame drops on this phone. Of course, it cannot be avoided. But overall, the gameplay is really nice. I can really recommend this one as a gaming device. Well, since this is a 5G phone, we did test it out and put a 5G SIM on this phone, and it gave me a 5G signal out of the box. It's really fast. It immediately detects it's a 5G, and giving a speed test, well, I just gather something less than 100 Mbps, which is of course not really that nice. It's network dependent. Now, this phone packs a 64 MP main sensor together with an 8 MP ultra wide lens, 2 MP macro lens, and a 16 MP front shooter. Now, let's take a quick look at some photos that I've taken using this phone. Now I can say that taking some pictures using this phone is really enjoyable. I can say it's fast in focusing. I really enjoy taking some photos outdoors, indoors. It's nice, but of course when it's nighttime, you should turn on the night mode and it can give you some good night shots. Now, taking some selfie shots on this phone, I really did enjoy, and it really is stand out. And of course, it's not always that good. There are sometimes during some dark places, it can still underperform. Now, taking some videos using this phone, I can say that it's nice when you're using the image stabilization mode, which is an AI feature on this phone. It's nice. I can say that taking some 1080p videos here, turning on the image stabilization, it's nice, it's smooth. And of course, I can say the images are quite punchy. Now, checking some selfie videos as well here, it's also nice, except that it's not really that good on dark scenes. Now, this phone comes with a side fingerprint scanner, which is of course rounded, which is the latest one. Not that flat one that I don't really like, and it's really responsive. The Redmi Note 10 Pro 5G is also packed with a 5000 mAh of battery, supporting up to 67 watts of fast charging. It's really fast. I did drain this phone from 100 down to 19% and charge it back up to 100. And using the same cable and same charger from out of the box, it just charged up in 54 minutes. And of course, using battery stress test, it gave me a 13 hours and 21 minutes. It's really nice and really durable. Now, I've been using this phone for more than a week already, and I can say that this one really did last me for more than a day. But of course, it cannot reach a day and a half. Now, this phone is priced a little bit above the Redmi Note 10 Pro global version, and it's just roughly 1,000 peso above that variant. I'm really impressed with all the specs that Redmi put inside this phone. except of course it's just a few downsides, but overall it's still affordable and you should consider this as your next daily driver. I can really recommend this one to you as your next daily driver. If you want to know how to install the Google Play Store on this phone, I'll be posting it on the description box below, and do check it out. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course click that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos here from my channel. So I hope to see you on the next video. Goodbye.